everybody, and welcome back to another one of my videos. We're down at the allotment again, and what I come down to do was just see if there was any manure so I could finish up that top bed, and I got a few other little bits and pieces to do. So the first thing I've got a bucket here, got some water in there. I'm just going to put a little bit of baking powder in here. About that much I do. And just give that a good stir. Get all everything put in. Right, and what happened is I got some elephant garlic from before reached out to me so that they had some surplus if I'm interested in some of them, and they sent me that amount again, which is a lot of elephant garlics. So knowing how much elephant garlics are and how much you have to pay for each bulb, I said I'll take them. I really meant to soak them in some rubbing alcohol, but I didn't have none at the moment, so I'm just doing it like this. And I'm going to let those have a good soak. Just carry on doing what I'm doing. You see, all what you're doing is just trying to like sterilise them from last year. So I'm going to let that carry on soaking, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've just come back up to my polytunnel now to see if there was any activity up here, and this is what they've done. So like when people saying mint and all that stops their smell pattern and all that, this and that, you can see how much stones they've moved in a few days. So they were really trying to get in, and everything you try works for a while. I thought the peanut butter and the thing that took that bait, so I thought that would have got rid of them, but they're still showing that there's still some more around. I've come round there, I don't see no digging from the side or anywhere, and that corner where there was digging, it's just that. I see this bed with the amount of garlic what I plant in there. The weeds are just a nightmare in this bed at the moment. I'm just checking this corner up here. This was up here. They haven't dug down into that corner, so that's all right. I'm just looking at my elephant garlic what I planted from before. This one's had a head start, and as you can see, there's out of over 100 bulbs that I planted in there. Well, so I can still see, if I look closely, I can still see some coming up. So that's telling me that I planted them really deep. But you can see how nice and fat some of them are. So all it is now is just to keep on top of the weeding. So I'm going to see if I can address that that digging, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've managed to fill it back in, and what I've done, I've put some cinnamon, some cayenne pepper down in the hole, and then I've put some mint, and I'll put these back. It's just like you're fighting a battle with these things. I've put some cayenne pepper along there. Push that one back up. What I'm going to do, I've got some peanut butter. What was already mixed up. This was already mixed up, so I'm going to make a couple of balls, if it's not too dry. And then I'm going to put a couple of balls of peanut butter in different places, so I know that if they've been there, they can take the bait. And so I'm going to put one here, and one on the other side, and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so what I have to do, I had my lemongrass what was out there. This is how much it's grown. Just get these few little weeds out the side, and I'm going to put this in my polytunnel for the winter. I don't know if it'll survive or what it'll do over the winter, but it's still growing, just like my coyote. We're in tomorrow's November, and you see it's still running. I don't know, I mean, I see little yellowing up in the leaves, so I'll watch it on Monday, and if it's still doing that, then I'm going to just take the manure and put down the roots and just leave it. And what I've done, I've gone around and I've picked some more of these beans, the ones what's turning colour. I'll shell these as soon as I get in, and then we're good to go. So like I'm saying, if you like our videos, please remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave any comments, you can leave any comments in the comment section. What I wanted to say as well, thanks for all those who was praying for Jamaica. We know they took a full Category 5 hurricane. It was coming in at first in the area where my parents and that are from, and then it bypassed and went on to St. Elizabeth, down that side of the western side of the Jamaica, and if you've seen the newsreels and videos, you can see how much destruction it caused. I'm not saying that our area got away with it lightly, but there's still a lot of things going on in the background, and a lot of scenes what haven't been shown, so there's a lot of havoc down there. So anyone that wants to help or anything, you know, there's online forums and GoFundMe pages and that what you can set up or do, you know, to send a little help down there. I'm sure they're collecting clothes and food and stuff like that, so find somewhere what's near and if you can make a donation, make a donation. Right, so I'm going to carry on with this, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, everybody, so I had some lettuces left in here, so just grabbing a couple for the weekend. I think that's more than enough. I've got my brothers coming up as well, so I might just get the rest. Just take these off. I'll check these when I get home. Right, so that's some lettuces there. Don't know how much lettuce they like really. So just to get all these rotten bits off, you're going to get the odd small slugs. On them, which you can't help, but I'll sort that out when I get home. Right, so that's some lettuces for me. Don't know why I'm leaving any in there. Right, and I've got these callaloo in there as well, so I'm going to take these as well. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, everybody, so managed to get some callaloos out while I was down there. Off camera, I've got some of my beetroots out as well to give away. I've got a couple of cabbages up there what I want to take, and I've got some of this chard what I'm gonna cut, and I'm just giving this a light dig over because I was thinking of where to put my garlics, but I might end up putting them in here. It'd be a lot easier to see what's going on up here. So I'm just lightly digging this over. I'm going to don't worry about all those weeds, I'm going to get those out now. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, everybody, so I've lightly got this dug over. And I'm going to be putting some more elephant garlic in this bed here. This was empty all year, so I know I can use that. You can see it's nice loose soil there. So then I'm going to put I don't know if I'm going to put any netting over it, or if I need to put any netting over it. Right, so these are the elephant garlic. Told you about them before, how they grow, or what they do is just clone themselves into a cluster, or sometimes they just grow one individual bulb what you can use or keep, and then you can plant that again next year, and then that'll split up. But when you plant it like these usually split just split as well. So I'm going to be planting these in here, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, so I've dug the holes, so I'm just putting the garlics in. Make sure you get them the right way up, pointed end up. And if you want to plant garlic or anything, it's not too late. You've still got a few weeks left what you can get your onions and garlics in. Why we get them in, why I put those ones in early is to get them going so that their roots and that are strong enough for for the winter. The last time, I think the latest I've planted them was in December, so they've got two months head start already. So just gonna get these in and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so we've got all our garlic in, and so all I'm gonna do is just cover them over now. As you can see, I'm not pressing on them or anything, just making sure that the holes are covered and filled in. I don't know if these will come out before I go, but we'll see. The other ones came out pretty quickly, so some of them need to go down a bit more. So that was 54 cloves. Oh, so that's another 54 plants. I think I got over, if all of them would grow, then I'll have about 200 or so elephant garlic bulbs. Right, so all that's done. So be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so what I've got now, I've got some cocoa coir. It's a bit wet, so it's been in the thing. So I just put in some cocoa coir on there, just to help retain some of the moisture in the ground. So I know it's not a lot, but it helps a bit. Then over the winter period now, that help to keep in some of the moisture into the ground. Yeah, it's very, very wet. So it's been in the dustbin for how long. So got to do that and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I'll finish getting the cocoa coir on that bed. Just spread it out thinly so it keeps in some of the moisture. I'm not watering it or anything, just put them in and leave them to do their thing. Right here I've got some savoy cabbages. See, those have grown really nice. These was covered all the time. Oh, this scissors ain't gonna even cut the mustard with it. You see, I need something sharper, or let me try this and see if this will work. No. No, that won't work. Right, I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, everyone, so I've got my snips and got one of them out. See, that's a nice head of Savoy cabbage, nice and solid. So that's one, or maybe two. Looking for the more solid head one. I think it's going to be this one here. Get some of these. And how many more have I got in there? 1, 2, 3 more in there. The leaves are rotting down over the winter, so I'm not too worried about them. Right, so that's another nice head of Savoy cabbage. Just take off that one. Just leave the leaves there to rotten. So that's another, my cameraman coming on it. Nice head of savoy cabbage, nice and solid. So that's all I need, just the two. Just get these leaves off, just leave them there to rotten down. Right, so that's those. Right, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've just cut some of the chard as well, and you can see when you cut it, looks like you haven't done anything to it. And I've given out as much as I can give, and I ain't got time to go around and see who's in to give any, because I've got things to do. Right, so that's the chard. I'm just going to have a quick look in this polytunnel, see if there's anything in there. And with those rats, they haven't taken any of the bait what's in here. And so what they're digging, what they're coming in here or trying to get in here for, I don't know, because there really isn't nothing for them. Right. Right. I see a few of these lemon peppers, hot lemon they're called. Just gonna pick these. Even the ones what's just starting to turn, I'm taking. And are these hot? Yes, they are hot, because I tried one over, put one in my cooking the other day, and they're really hot. So got those ones off. I see my ginger and my edos are starting to go now for the winter. This plant is still sending up some little flower buds, but I don't know what it is. Right, I've put this lemongrass in here. I'm going to put this up here for now, and then I'm going to move, when I come and move everything where I want it for the winter. A few Scotch bonnets on here. Get these off. Right, so that's some Scotch bonnets as well. Right, so just having a look for the bigger ones. The other ones will take their time and ripen up. Once you pick some, then it puts more energy back into the rest. Yeah, you can pick them when they're green. They're still just as hot. So I've had a good harvest off of them, and you see there's still loads more. This is the eating one. You see the green jalapeno still got loads on them. This has still got a few. This one, I don't know what these are, so there's still a few big ones on here. Well, there's loads at the back, but because I don't know what they are, if they're sweet peppers or what. So these are the snack peppers. You see there's still loads on them, they're nice and big. And everything's more or less sorted now. All I do now, when they get some more manure, I don't know if they're going to ever bring that round, just put some on these beds, top them back up, and they're ready for planting again. So thanks for watching, and I hope everyone's more or less got their winter prep sorted. I've got this bed here to sort out the next time I come down, and that's basically more or less, and then it's just a little bit of tidying up outside, and then we're good for the winter. Just making sure everything I don't know if I'm going to leave those up there. I might take them down and put them in the beds, and hopefully I might prune them as well. I don't know if I'll get to do that before I go, but I'll leave instructions of how to do that. The temperature in here is 14, which is the temperature what roughly should be for planting stuff, so hopefully we should be alright. So you take care, and hope everything's going well for everybody. I'm still, I thought the rats had gone, but they're still around making trouble, so I'll see you all on the next one. You take care until then.